Good afternoon, friends. Myself, Dr. Kranti Chandan Jaikar, ex and first HOD Skin BD, Indira Gandhi Institute of Medical Sciences, Patna, Bihar. Today is World Urticaria Day, 1st October, World Urticaria Day. Now, why World Urticaria Day is being celebrated? It is to spread awareness about this disease, which is, if not causing mortality, but causing lot of morbidity. So it is very important to know about pros and cons of this disease and how this disease can be cured. This is essential in for getting relief of this disease. So I will deal today this important disease urticaria and what is the causes, what are the different types, and how we can get rid of this important disease. So friends, let's start. So the urticaria is an allergic disease of the skin. It is a vascular disease of the skin in which there is an intense itching along with development of red hives or red elevated plaque over the skin, which comes and which goes on its own. Sometimes within 24 hours it vanishes and it comes and goes. So it is basically a vascular phenomena of a skin in which there is a intense itching as well as development of wheal formation or any hives formation and it elevated plaque formation, and that plaque doesn't remain for the whole time, but it on its own come and on its own it goes. Within 24 hours it will vanishes. So this is urticaria. So you can differentiate urticaria from eczema or like any other disease of skin in the sense that eczema will remain on the body. If you are not giving any treatment, then eczema will remain there. But urticaria is a condition which comes and goes. Within 24 hours it will appear and disappear. So this is the difference. And urticaria is basically vascular phenomena in which there is a dilatation of blood vessels due to allergy and so leading to the hives formation. Even those persons who have got chronic urticaria, you can write anything on the skin by some pain like that, and this is known as dermatographism. When you will write on the skin, whatever you write, it will get appear more prominently. That is known as physical urticaria or dermatographism. So today I will deal this urticaria. So how the patient will present? The patient will complain that he or she is having intense itching here and there, and it starts depending upon which urticaria patient is having. The patient will complain that sometimes after going out in sun, our skin started itching intensely and leading to the red patch formation. The patient will tell that whenever I go to bath, then it will increase. So it can be classified like pressure urticaria, like aquagenic urticaria aggravated by water, like solar urticaria aggravated by sunlight, like cholinergic urticaria aggravated by exercise. After doing exercise, patient is developing urticaria like that. So there are n number of causes of urticaria depending upon which area of the body. Sometimes urticaria gets aggravated during menstruation. Different types of picture. But one thing is similar in all these, that patient will have red patch formation and it comes and goes, appear and disappear within 24 hours, and it is giving great morbidity to the patient, like day-to-day activity that we just started and you will not able to do any work like that. So, and if it occurs in the whole body, then sometimes it also involves this trachea, and in that case it can get converted into the angioedema and anaphylaxis like reaction. So this is urticaria. So now in Hindi it is called jurpiti or dafar in India. Different name, different countries, but basically it is a vascular phenomena which comes and goes. Sometimes urticaria persists for more than 24 hours then it is known as urticarial vasculitis. Then it is known as urticarial vasculitis. There is another entity that is known as papular urticaria, in which urticaria presents in the form of papule, particularly in the atopic childs which has got increased allergy, and in that case the exposed portion of the hand or leg have got multiple itchy papular region on the exposed portion, but on this flexure aspect it will be clear, and the extensor aspect many papules are present. It is due to the also known as insect bite hypersensitivity reaction. That is the papular urticaria occurring in childs or other atopic individuals. So this is urticaria. Now I will show you the pictures of some of the patients that urticaria, how urticaria will manifest. You can see this is the hives you are seeing. This is the hives. After stroking the skin with some any pointed articles, by giving some pressure, you can develop elevated lesion of the skin, and that is known as the dermatographism, pressure urticaria. And this is cholinergic urticaria developed due to the after exercise, and this is cold urticaria developed after exposure to the ice. So it is known as cold urticaria. So it can vary presentation, and this is also annular and polycyclic urticaria. So according to this is the picture that you can recognize what is urticaria, and sometimes it is also having angioedema. So now what is the cause? So any disease, what will be the cause? Our body is made from our food. So any disease is due to the faulty food. Everybody should not eat everything, but everybody want to eat everything. God has not created food, each and every food for each and everybody, but everybody want to eat everything. That is the reason of development of urticaria. So urticaria is due to basically allergy, and allergy is due to hyperinsulinemia, increase in the insulin level. And why the hyperinsulinemia is occurring? Hyperinsulinemia is due to the increased intake of carbohydrate and doing less physical labor. So one energy gets converted into another energy, leading to the urticaria formation. So this hyperinsulinemia is the male culprit, and the underlying cause of hyperinsulinemia is the today's lifestyle. In today's lifestyle, what is the fault? The fault is that we are doing less physical labor and taking more calorie. If anybody doesn't do any physical labor, just remain just remain sedentary life, just don't do anything, just start studying and gaining knowledge and talking, light work, very light physical work, then in that case he or she will still need 1500 calorie. That is the basic metabolic rate, and after that, on and over that, you are doing as much physical labor, then as much calorie should be added. But practically it is very difficult to burn calorie. It is very difficult, particularly nowadays, because everything man has this conferred all her or his work to the machines, different machines. So nowadays everybody doesn't have got any enough opportunity to do physical labor. So in the whole day, if you start binding this fitness band, which anybody can commercially get, then you will be astonished that after 24-hour reading of the whole calorie dissipation is only 500 calorie. To dissipate 1 calorie, you have to move for 22 steps. So it is very difficult to burn calorie. After 1 hour talk, my only 50 calorie will be lost. If a surgeon do surgery and after 2 hour surgery, only 40-60 calorie will be exhausted, only 50. And calorie is how much that if you eat one samosa of Indian samosa made from this refined flour and this potato, both are the carbohydrate. So if you have taken it, it will contain 160 calorie. So after taking one samosa, you have to walk at least for 3200 steps to burn that. And generally it will occur that we will take that and will not walk. Then what will happen? This excess carbohydrate will be deposited inside our body, either in the form of fat, leading to all the metabolic syndromes, either in the form of different allergies, and either in the form of as it is distributed, leading to the infection. So this is the fate of the excess calorie that you have taken inside your body, particularly the excess carbohydrate. What is the purpose of carbohydrate in the body? The whole purpose of carbohydrate in the body is for doing activity, and the purpose of protein is giving a strength and immunity, and the purpose of fat is to maintain the integrity and the different metabolism of your repair work of your brain. Your brain is 70% made up of your fat, and all the nerves and all the hormones and cell membranes are made of the fat. So this is the function of fat. And what are the function of fiber? It is for the intestinal health. It is for the bacteria that resides in the intestine. That is the most important food for that is your fiber, the cellulose which you are not able to digest. So this is the, and if you are taking more carbohydrate in your food, if you are having more than 80% of your food is in the form of carbohydrate, then you are going to land in the trouble. So it will cause not only urticaria but many diseases. So what will happen if you are taking 1 teaspoon of sugar? It will ask you to walk for at least 600 steps. 1 potato asks you to walk for at least 3000 steps, and one plate of rice in which the starch remains inside asks you to walk for at least 5000 steps. If you have taken, you should have walked. 1/2 kg of milk means 300 calorie, and 300 calorie means 300 into 20, at least 5000 or 6000 steps to dissipate that calorie. So if you have taken and doesn't work, then what will happen? If you have taken, your intake is 4000 calorie and your dissipation is only 2000 calorie. So what will happen? This 2000 excess calorie gets deposited inside body. Energy cannot be destroyed, energy can be modified. So if you have taken excess energy and you have not dissipated, what will happen? This excess carbohydrate will be converted into the fat by the insulin. So insulin will remove excess sugar from your blood sugar, and it will convert this sugar into fat. And also insulin send this sugar inside your cell. So your cell will get more metabolism. So what will happen? This excess sugar gets deposited in the form of fat, and if the fat gets deposited on your tummy, it will not cause any harm, because a tailor can increase the size of your this lower pant, but definitely it increased fat will cause your body to be disorganized, and your body to feel pressure, your body to feel pressured if you have got more fat. So what will happen? Your body mass will increase, your fat composition will increase. So what will happen? If the excess fat gets deposited inside your blood vessels, so blood vessels will be narrowed, and heart will have to squeeze out blood through the narrowed lumen arteries. Then what will happen? The blood pressure will increase. This is known as BP, blood pressure disease, hypertension. And if the excess sugar that is converted into fat gets deposited in the coronary artery, it will attract this angina pectoris and myocardial infarction. If the excess sugar gets deposited in the cerebral artery, it will attract a stroke disease. And if it gets deposited in the wall of the this cerebral blood vessel, then it will attract this migraine. And if the excess fat deposited inside your brain, then you will land up in all types of psychiatric disorder like anxiety, depression, and epilepsy, like that. If the excess sugar converted into the fat gets deposited here, then what will happen? Your thyroid function will deteriorate, and you will develop hyper or hypothyroidism. If the excess sugar converted into the fat gets deposited inside your liver, then you will have fatty liver, and all the constipations and this stone formation, gallbladder stone formation, and this piles like disease you will get. And if the excess sugar gets converted into the fat and deposited in the pancreatic beta cell, it will decrease the function of pancreatic beta cell, ultimately leading to the diabetes. If the excess fat gets deposited in the this nerve, spinal cord, and this your nerve twigs, then what will happen? It will compress the nerve and leading to the tingling and numbness sensation on the supply area of that nerve. And if it is deposited in the kidney, so it will hamper the work of the kidney, and you develop deteriorated kidney function. But in the normal surrounding, you are seeing that many of your fellow is very fat and obese, but still he or she doesn't have got any symptom. Why this is occurring? Because God has given everything in the plenty amount. Your 70% kidney is given to you by the God in extra amount. You will only need 30% of your kidney to survive in this world. But the God has given you 100% kidney and only 30% is needed. Your God has given you 60% more liver. Your God has given you 50% extra heart, and your God has given you 50%, 40% extra brain. So even if you gets deposited, even if you continue depositing the excess fat in the different organs, but in spite of that, you will not become symptomatic. You will say that, doctor, I am not getting any dysfunction of my kidney, my urine is normal, my appetite is normal, my food is being digested properly, I am not getting any disease of any symptom of this due to liver damage or like that, because you have been given a lot of reserve. But definitely your life expectancy will be shortened, because if you completely fill the excess of space that the nature has provided you, then ultimately you will hamper the different organs work, leading to the decreased efficiency, leading to the liver, heart, thyroid failure. And if your doctor do investigation on you, then definitely you can know the earliest stage asymptomatic abnormality that you have developed without your knowledge. So that can be recognized by proper investigation. So proper investigation is must. And this is the one aspect that I have told you of taking excess calorie. One aspect of disadvantages of taking excess calorie I have dealt by the deposition of fat in different organs. Another aspect you can see just now. Now what will happen? Excess calorie will not get converted into only fat, but it also gets converted into different types of free radical, different types of autoantibodies, different types of this all C-reactive proteins, carcinogenic antigens. These all things I personally call it tezab, acid. So excess sugar that you have taken not only converted into fat, but also gets converted into some form of acids, which corrodes and corrodes your different organs. So if the excess, this allergy corrodes your respiratory system, you will develop this all types of allergic rhinitis, tonsillitis, sinusitis, and asthma and pneumonia. If the excess allergy that you have developed due to taking excess carbohydrate intake comes in your skin, you will start developing urticaria, eczema, psoriasis, vitiligo, and n number of pemphigus and n number of diseases. If the excess allergy gets accumulated inside your oral mucosa, you will be developing oral lichen planus or oral aphthous ulcer, recurrent aphthous ulcer or Behcet syndrome. If the excess this allergy that you have accumulated by taking excess sugar and doing less physical labor then comes in your liver, then you will develop acute fulminant this hepatitis that is known as this jaundice. And if the excess this allergy accumulates at a particular place, then you will develop this cancer. So this is the thing that you will develop if you are taking excess calorie and you are not dissipating out. Insulin is a growth factor. So if you are taking excess calorie, the body will try to store it in your inside your body, and this work is done by this insulin. And if insulin is increased, insulin is also a growth factor, and it will increase the it will increase your melanocyte melanin formation, so leading to the melasma formation, your acanthosis nigricans, and it will lead to the increase in your melanin and this sebaceous gland formation and secretion, leading to sebum secretion, leading to the acne and this pimple. So it also increases your allergy level. So this will get increased because you are taking excess carbohydrate and excess overall calorie. So these both things should be curtailed. Not take excess calorie which you are dissipating daily, number one, and number two is not take more than 30% of your total diet from carbohydrate, number two. So this is the up. And the third that you will encounter, excess carbohydrate that you have taken gets accumulated in the form of fat, gets accumulated in the form of different acids or free radicals or autoantibodies, leading to different diseases. And also some of the excess sugar body will try to remove from the blood vessel and dissipate it out here and there inside your body. So what will happen? Some of the form of excess sugar will also come outside in the sweat, so leading to the increased tinea or any fungal infection or bacterial or viral infection. If the excess sugar comes in your saliva, leading to the increased infection in the form of corona or like anything like tonsillitis, you will get increased exposure. Because in medical science it is written that infection is caused by some external organism like bacteria, fungus, virus. But in my opinion, what I say that what I have learned after seeing more than 80,000 patients in Indira Gandhi Institute of Medical Sciences is that infection and excess carbohydrate is the two sides of the same coin. The whole world call that infection, but I call it excess carbohydrate that you have taken. So if you remove the excess carbohydrate entry, then infection will subside on its own. Many of the diseases of the liver, that hepatitis B, hepatitis C, I have cleared completely without giving tenofovir, just by changing the diet of the patient. I have removed the excess carbohydrate, then the hepatitis B gone there. So this is my interpretation. So why I have making this video? Because any video that you will see in YouTube and anything anywhere, you will not find this that I am telling you. So excess sugar will harm you in 4 ways. Number one, it will get deposited in the form of fat. Around 80% of your total body fat is the fat that made from the excess carbohydrate. That is the deposition form of carbohydrate is known as fat. So fat is the deposition form of excess calorie. Body will try to store excess calorie in the form of fat. So you don't have to stop eating cholesterol if you are having high lipidemia. No. You just have to stop eating and taking excess carbohydrate that you are taking. This is the funda. But sometimes people gets confused. They are thinking that I am telling about this keto diet. No keto diet. I am not telling that you take over an excess amount of protein and fat. No. As much as you are doing labor, as per your requirement, first calculate your daily calorie expenditure. First of all, calculate your daily calorie expenditure, and then that you should take as much as calorie as you are dissipating out. But you have developed any disease, then you should take at least 200 less calorie of your daily requirement. So you should eat of only 80% of your this appetite. So you should not eat more than 80% of your total appetite. So even after doing dinner or lunch, you should have got some of the appetite remains inside your body. Some of the your this appetite hunger should remain inside your body even after finishing your diet. And even if you want to finish even that portion of the your hunger, then you should fill the rest amount with all types of fiber and salads. And in salad, don't take this chucandar and this gajar. You should not take this carrot and this chucandar beet, because these two are also having more amount of sugar. So in the salad you should have take only this cucumber and this tomato, cucumber and tomato, and this nimbu, lemon, and also this chili. This is the only thing that you take in salad. Not take salad in the form of this onion, in the form of this beet, in the form of carrot. This you should avoid. So this is the funda of how why urticaria is occurring. I think that you have already gained the full knowledge how I treat the urticaria by changing the diet. So if you are not going to change the diet of a person, you are not going to cure urticaria. So any discussion that you are seeing in internet or in videos in different doctors' chamber, if they are not asked you to change your diet, then definitely you are not going to cure urticaria. But sometimes you will be misguided by telling another story that you have got allergy with this, you have got allergy with this, you have got allergy with this. Medical science initially thought in this direction, and they have developed different patch tests. Nowadays it is almost a bogus. There is almost no utility of doing patch test. It is only a coincidence that you have developed some positive reaction with this or that or that. It is no any significance of that allergy testing. You should not ask for any patch testing. Just you change your diet, all types of allergy will be subsided. So, and another thing, don't think that you have only got urticaria. No, your body is a one entity. It is not like that your skin is separate and your liver is separate or your kidney is separate. No, everything is linked with your diet. You should know that diseases are many and health is the single one. Diseases are many but health is single. So if I can show you the light of the health, then wherever you have get disappeared and this gets distracted from the health, ultimately what is your aim? Again gaining the central portion of the health, to again achieving the central portion of the health. So the way through which you have deviated from health to disease, you should do the opposite thing. Just walk in the opposite direction. Initially you are taking more carbohydrate, more calorie diet, and you are not dissipating it through the walking. Now do the reverse thing. You do 2-hour walk daily. You do more than 2-hour walk daily, and you are stop taking high carbohydrate diet. Then if you do reverse thing, then again not only you get rid of urticaria, but urticaria will not come as a separate entity. If you got the whole investigation done on your body, then you will be astonished that at least 5 to 6 abnormality you will definitely encounter. And what are that test that you should ask your physician that you should do that, because the skin is the mirror of the body. Skin is the mirror of the body. There is no any disease which is a separate skin disease. No, every skin disease has got some systemic connections. So the process by which your body has developed skin disease, in the process of making this skin disease, your body have also developed some internal disease also. You have also made different organ disease in the process of making your skin disease. You have taken more carbohydrate, you have taken more calorie than your daily requirement, and you are not dissipated through your liver, physical liver. Then in that process you have not only developed this urticaria, but inside your body there are n number of conditions that you have developed. But if your doctor or physician does not do the thorough investigation of your blood and this your urine, then he or she will definitely miss the underlying condition that is associated with the urticaria. In that case, you will not get the proper treatment. So I give holistic treatment because I can test the whole thing that you can have. So what are the tests that you will ask your physician to do in the case of urticaria? CBC, complete blood count, liver function test, kidney function test, this RBS, random blood sugar, this HbA1c, the 3-month blood average blood count and blood sugar count, and this insulin level, this IgE level, this CRP, C-reactive protein, this ASO, this ANA titer, this anti-dsDNA, this anti-CCP, this TSH, this in the case of female LH/FSH, and this serum testosterone, serum prolactin level, prostate specific antigen, RA factor, Vidal test, and ELISA for human herpes type 1 and type 2, IgG, IgE, everything test should be done. Urine routine macroscopy and spot urine, protein, creatinine, every test should be done. And you will get astonished by knowing that you are getting n number of abnormality when you are giving all the tests to your body. Then definitely you will know that no, I am thinking that I have only a skin disease. I have n number of conditions that I have encountered due to my faulty diet and my faulty lifestyle. I have developed n number of conditions. In that case, you might have got enough inspiration on its own, so that in the light of that inspiration you can change your lifestyle in your diet, and you will get more this internal pressure coming from your inside. Know that no, I have to change myself, otherwise I am going to be in more trouble than this. So basically urticaria is only a warning of your body that you should change the way through which you are traversing in your life. Change your way. You are on a wrong track. If you not change your track, then definitely more severe diseases like heart attack, like cancer, like kidney failure, like this stroke, all the diseases in the pipeline. I have already taught you in this video that how the excess calorie gets converted into the fat and makes your body to develop this blood pressure, hypertension, how it develops this thyroid disorders, and how it develops this diabetes and the fatty liver. These are not the separate entity. These are the same thing. The same thing, your faulty diet and faulty exercise. So every doctor, if you give pressure on him or her that you have not told me about diet, then he will say that the main thing is your drug and diet is secondary, only last option. No. In my treatment, diet and exercise is the foremost of my treatment. If you are not complying with my diet, then definitely you are not going to cure your condition. This will happen that you will continue to suppress your symptoms only for a number of years, but you are not getting rid of your condition. And this is not the only harm that you are doing to your body, but if you are ignoring the warning of your body, then what you are doing? You are harming your kidney, you are harming your liver, you are harming your heart also. So this you should be in the full light, that you should know that as per my discovery that I have I have this seen, after seeing, I have gained experiences after seeing many patients, that what I have came to know, that even if you have blood pressure, don't stop taking salt, because otherwise you will end up in the hyponatremia. Even if you have thyroid disorder, don't stop this green vegetables in the form of this patta gobi. You should not stop that, because it will end up in the different diseases of GIT tract. If you have developed this hyperlipidemia, don't stop this taking ghee, the pure ghee. You should not stop taking ghee. And if you have developed this hyperuricemia, you should not stop taking pulses. This is my opinion. In any disease, you should only stop your excess carbohydrate. This glucose, this fructose, this lactose of milk, and this glycogen of all the red meat you are taking. So this is the my experience of dealing any disease. So you will get, if you are my continuous viewer, then you should have noticed that I am telling the same thing in every my video. Yes, my fellow, this is very much true. This is very much true, that if you change your diet, then every disease will be gone. So as per, you will ask me, then sir told me what I should eat. You should first stop taking sugar, rice, potato, meat, sweet fruits, milk and refined flour. You should stop taking, again I am repeating, you should stop taking all types of sugar, including jaggery and honey. You should stop taking all types of sugar, including jaggery and honey. You should stop taking all types of rice, potato, and in potato, all types of sweet potato also, and this beet also, and this carrot also. You should stop taking sugar, stop taking jaggery, stop taking this honey, stop taking rice, stop taking potato, stop taking meat and red meat, stop taking sweet fruits, stop taking milk, and stop taking refined flour. This you should stop. Then what will you eat? You should eat pulses, you should eat sprouts. In India, we are making dal. Dal is not made in anywhere else outside India. Dal is made by Indian, in which what we done, we do the boiling of the different pulses, like green gram, red gram. We just boil it, and we also add in that garlic and some different other spices, and also this make chalk. We make it also chalk with this. You boil oil, and you take this some of the garlics and you should take garlic, and also take adrak, and you should also take this chilies, and you should boil it in the oil, and after boiling it, after blackening it, you just pour it in the solution that you have made. So you should add water, you should add different pulses, and you should add this garlic, and after boiling it, you should make a chalk with this boiled, this 1 teaspoon of boiled this oil with containing garlic, and you should make a chalk. So this will made of the solution that we eat in India. This is known as dal. But if you not get exposed to dal, then in that case you can take sprouts. Sprouts is the very useful thing. And the whole grain bread you should take, not the refined grain, not the refined this flour of the maida. And you should take green vegetables, not this potato and this sweet potato like that. And you should take the salad, and in the salad you should take lots of cucumber and lots of tomato, and also the chilies, and also this lemon. You should take paneer in the form of palak paneer or matar paneer. You should make sabji out of it, and you should take in the form of that only. Not this raw paneer should not be eaten. You should take kidney bean, rajma. You should take lots of soya bean. You should eat 2 eggs daily with the yellow portion also, because egg have got 0% carbohydrate, only fat and protein only found in egg. You should take fish, but small types of fish, only small portion, small types of fish, not large fish, only a small portion of fish. So the more large animal that meat you are eating, the more glycogen you are eating. So the more size of the animal, the more glycogen will be present in the meat of that or that animal. So you should take only small sized animal, that you will call less amount of glycogen. So egg, small fish, and a small boiler chicken that you can take once in a week. You should take daily curd. Curd is very essential, and you should take ready-made curd daily. And you can take ghee, and this paratha in India you can take once in a while. And you should take this spinach, this vegetables, the palak sag in India. It is known as spinach green. You should take lots of spinach green, and you should take mushroom. So this is the thing that you should eat, and at least 2 hour walk is essential. You should not, even if you are taking whole grain bread, but you should not eat more than 4 bread a day. 2 bread in the morning or 2 bread in the night. And if you are doing also lunch also, then 2 bread in the morning or 1 bread in the lunch, 1 bread in the dinner, like that. But lots of sprout daily and 2 egg daily, and at least 2 hour walk. And stop taking this sugar, rice, potato, meat, sweet fruits, milk, and refined flour. Which fruit you will eat? You should eat fruit in the form of tomato. Tomato is a good fruit with lots of antioxidant, but it doesn't have much amount of sugar. So you should eat tomato, at least 2, 3, 4 tomato a day. You should eat lots of cucumber daily, and 2 hour walk daily. If you will do that, so you will not only cure your urticaria, but also then how the different dermatologist is giving treatment in urticaria. Generally, your doctor will give you different amount of types of anti-allergic, like in the form of fexofenadine, bilastine, like in the form of levocetirizine, cetirizine, hydroxyzine, and number of anti-allergic drugs that mankind has made. Your doctor will prescribe that. You should also take after, first of all, your doctor should do proper investigation, and your doctor should do all the abnormality that he or she encountered, the drug according to that also. Like other than anti-allergic, your doctor should, if your doctors have encountered any abnormality in your CBC count, then he or she should give drug according to that. That even in the CBC you will be having neutrophil in count increased, neutrophilia. In that case, your doctor will give different antibiotics, gram positive, gram negative coverage, like that. If your doctor have developed seen this fatty liver and SGPT increase, alkaline phosphatase increase, serum bilirubin increase in your blood count, in your blood investigation, then doctor can prescribe ursodeoxycholic acid, like that. So this type of all treatment. And please don't change your doctor for each and every condition, each and every department. No. You should, a dermatologist should have got enough knowledge to deal all kinds of diabetes, hypertension. He should have proper knowledge to treat each and every condition, because changing diet will lead to cure of all diseases, because the cause is the same, the excess carbohydrate that you have taken. So you should not consult each and every doctor for each and every condition. Like you have got fatty liver, you have consulted DM gastro. You have got this hepatitis B, you have consulted hepatitis C, you have consulted DM gastro. You have got blood pressure, you have consulted your cardiology. You have got migraine also, along with urticaria, you have consulted your neurologist also. You have got kidney problem along with your urticaria, you have consulted your nephrologist also. No, there is no need. If I am going to not cure any diabetes, blood pressure, if I am not knowing how to cure diabetes, how to cure blood pressure, how to cure kidney diseases, if I am not knowing how to cure arthritis, how to cure PCOD in female, how to cure menstrual irregularity in the female, how to cure infertility, then definitely I am not going to cure your urticaria, because cause is the same, your faulty diet. And if I can change your diet, then I am going to cure all your ailments. So this you should know, that your ailment can be cured only by holistically by changing your diet, and at least 15 minutes at least 15 minutes sun exposure daily is must, because it will make your body to make enough amount of vitamin D. That is one of the essential thing in the treatment of urticaria, not only urticaria but every disease. So you should take at least 15 hours sun exposure of your bared skin. It is very essential. Naked skin is very essential. So this is the management of not only urticaria but every disease. But I will remind you about this diet daily by different disease, through different disease angles, because people have got different visions. Some of the people see the world in the form of red. If they are taking this red spectacle, they will see the world in the red light. If the sun has borne this green spectacle, he or she will see the world in the green form. So everybody will see in different color the same world. So I have to again and again elaborate the same thing, but in a different way, so that you will inculcate a habit of healthy habit of not taking wrong things. And you should not give this junk food to your child. You are only knowing that junk food contains junk. No junk. What is junk? Junk is excess calorie, excess carbohydrate that you are taking. But carbohydrate is also cause your body to be damaged in another aspect also, that it will decrease your satiety center, depress your satiety center. So if you are taking sugar, it will increase your appetite for sugar. So ultimately a vicious cycle will be there. You are taking sugar, again your appetite for taking sugar increased, again you are taking sugar, again increased, leading to the accumulation of the sugar. This is known as empty calorie. Calorie that is not filling your appetite, that is known as empty calorie in medical science. So suppose your kid is eating this chips made from potato. Only 10 rupees chips of potato will be eaten by your child only in 5 to 10 minutes. And you will be astonished to know that only 10 rupees chips of potato contain 160 calorie. And for dissipating this 160 calorie, your child will have to walk for at least for 160 into 22, that is approx 3200 steps. And definitely your child will not going to walk for that much. So definitely it will harm that child. So you are now you should have aware that how on this earth 1.7 billion of obese person is there, and this diabetic is pandemic, this blood pressure is pandemic. And yesterday 2 days back only, there was a 29th September, and I have made video on World Heart Day, that I have also did the same thing in Hindi. So this was my message to everybody. So please stop taking excess carbohydrate diet, and even if you don't have any disease, you should not take, if you want to live on this planet for more times. So please avoid high carbohydrate diet, take protein rich diet. And even if you are taking protein rich diet, but you should not exceed your daily calorie requirement. This should also you take your mind, that even if you are on keto diet, but you should not exceed your daily calorie. That you are not started doing like this, taking 10 eggs a day. No, you should not this nonsense. Because what will happen, if you are not taking carbohydrate at all, your body will make sugar from the protein that you are taking. This is known as gluconeogenesis. So even if you are not taking carbohydrate, again your liver will make the sugar. So you will be entrapped anyway, even if you are taking more protein and more. So you should restrict your total daily calorie in that limit. That is the 2000 calorie. That is the maximum calorie that normal today's mankind is dissipating. Around 95% of our mankind nowadays become this buddhijivi, that is those person who is not doing physical labor, sedentary lifestyle. So you should avoid doing that. So this is the thing that I wanted to convey you. I hope that you have already gained from my talk. So if you want to cure your urticaria permanently, so you don't stop, you don't stop that I have got allergy to this, allergy to this, allergy to this, allergy to this, and I should stop taking, get contact with that. No, no, no. You should not avoid anything, just you avoid your excess carbohydrate and excess calorie, and you should at least walk for 2 hours a day. In this 2 hours, at least 15-minute walk is running is essential. 2 hour walk I have told, and in this 2 hours 120 minutes, this 20 minutes should be fast brisk walking, fast walking, and running in the form of running. So it will you can be able to increase your this endorphin. This endorphin will, this is a positive hormone, this will neutralize the all negativity that your body have developed out of the this also dissipate the free radicals that your body have developed due to the excess calorie that you have taken. So this was my message. If you are finding this video useful, then you should circulate your fellow relatives and your friends, so that they can also take advantage of this message, and our mankind will be saved from the this different types of disease that anybody is taking. You should know that you can cure all the diseases permanently by changing your diet, and you cannot cure any disease just by taking medications. No. But the capitalist society that we are deciding, in this you will be taught that you should take this drug, this drug, this drug, this drug, but they will not teach you that you should avoid this and this food and this food, and you should start walking, you should change your lifestyle and diet. They will not pressure you, so that their business is remain the business, and their business they can make your yogini converted into their business. Your yogini will be converted into their business. Your this morbidity will make their coffer reached. So you should change yourself, not change the world, change yourself. So suppose you are getting some increased urticaria by going in the areas which have got more amount of parthenium. Even if I will not ask you that you remove the parthenium, the nature has made parthenium for any purpose. You should not interfere in that. Parthenium is a weedicide. Parthenium is for the remove the this pest, different pest that infect your this all the crops. So this has got different meaning. So you should use like that. You change yourself, not the world. Change yourself, not the world. God has created this world for your well-being, not for your this bad effect. So always think that if I have got any disease, then there must be some my fault. Due to that I have encountered that disease. So I have to change my lifestyle and diet. Not that I am start discovering new and drugs and rely 100% on drug. No. You should not rely 100% on drug. You should rely on yourself, your willpower, that yes, I am going to change myself. So this is the message, and if you are finding any usefulness in it, you can circulate it. Many of the diseases of this urticaria is also got autoimmune this linkage. So my favorite disease is SLE. I used to cure SLE just by changing diet and exercise. So after seeing many patients of SLE, at least not less than 1000 patients of SLE, I have gained this much knowledge that I can able to teach you about this. So you can take advantage of that, my experience. If it will become useful to you, then my life will be some of use. So I will think that I am for some purpose in this world. So this was my message. if you are free to call me, my phone number will be in this video only. If you are seeing this video on Facebook, my phone number will be in the right side of this. And if you are seeing this video in the YouTube, then YouTube, the name of this video, the headline of this video, you will also encounter my phone number. So you can take through me in online consultation through the phone. You can also email me. My email address is krantijaikar@gmail.com. KRANTIJAYKAR, krantijaikar@gmail.com. This is my email address. You can email me. But I will be more comfortable that if you directly call me. Anything you want to ask me, just call me. Just call me. Feel free to call. My talking hour is best time for receive calling is 7 to 8 a.m. in the morning, 5 to 6 p.m. in the evening, and 10 p.m. in the night. So this is my time that you can take. Even if you are in any country, in any part of this world, you can call me and take me online consultation through me by so you are free to call me. Any chronic disease you can take, any of types of autoimmune disease. Many of the urticaria is autoimmune urticaria that you can take treatment, and that autoimmune urticaria, sometimes in urticaria your doctor will give you steroids, different types of steroid, different types of immunosuppressive drugs like cyclosporine, azathioprine, hydroxychloroquine can be also be given to any person who are not getting urticaria to be relieved. But in my opinion, that if you change your lifestyle, then that is not needed. You can need that drugs, immunosuppressive drugs for 1 to 2 months, but after 2 months, if you are change your diet or lifestyle, then definitely you are getting off from that drug very much easily. In my experience of taking all the, and there are many biological drugs also available. These are costly drugs, so please don't get trapped in this trap of this all the this costly drugs. They are making their business. I have already told you that your agony is their business. So don't fall in the trap of that. This high-fi this advertisement of different drugs, costly drugs, these biological drugs. It is, I don't find any biological, I don't have to use any biologicals in urticaria, as up till now I have already cured all my patients, but only those persons will be cured which comply with my diet. If anybody will not comply with my diet and my advice regarding the lifestyle change, then definitely, even if he will or she will take biologicals, then the time period up to which the biologicals will be taken by the patient, only for that time interval the patient will be cured, will be all right. But after just leaving that biologicals, again the symptom will recur. And it is not the only the urticaria. There are n number of conditions. You are also vulnerable to develop different types of cancer, different types of other ailments inside your body that already I have told you. So treat the condition holistically, not only symptomatic. This is my message. And everybody knows that one of the famous persons of the earth has said that one day doctor will be treating the patient by changing the diet, and doctor will not prescribe drug. So my suggestion to anybody who want to cure urticaria without taking drug, he or she should have walked for not only 2 hours, then he should have to walk at least, or doing gym, or doing cycling, or doing dancing, not only for 2 hours, for they should have do it for 5 to 6 hours daily, and only take pulses and a sprout. Then definitely 2 to 3 month time your condition will be cured without taking a single drug. This is my experience. So if you ask me what is this funda of treating any disease without prescribing drug, then you should do exercise for 5 to 6 hours daily, and take only sprouts and green vegetables and salad. Then definitely you are going to cure your ailments, all ailments. This is my message to you. If you got any, if you have received anything positive out of this video, you should subscribe my channel and you should like it. Or even if you if you're not finding it useful to you and you are thinking that it should not be propagated, you should dislike it also. I am also telling you. And this is my message to you. Keep watching me, and for getting information immediately after whenever I make videos on different topics, you can subscribe me and this like and share this video, so that many of the mankind will be benefited from this. I must thank you for your patient listening, and the God I have seen and I have felt inside you, those who are my listener. So I must feel obligation to you, so that I get this feel God through you. So this is my message. Keep healthy and keep remain free of urticaria by this making your lifestyle and your diet change. Remove carbohydrate, limit it only 30%. The whole, don't cross the total limit of calorie, and at least 2 hour walk or dance or yoga or exercise, at least 2 hours is must. So this is my message. I am signing off. Again I will meet you through different video. Keep smiling, keep healthy.